Hi guys, this is Johnny coming at you with another video. Real quick, for those who are still wondering about the 79 Camaro, I have it. For the past year I've been collecting parts for it, but we will be getting back on this one and doing some more upgrading on it, and that'll be in the next couple weeks probably. But right now we're still working on a Dodge Ram 1500 2004. Yesterday we pulled off the condenser and the condenser fan. Today we're going to be tackling the AC compressor. Now I found a real good way yesterday. If y'all haven't seen that video, I suggest you check it out on how to pull out this AC condenser. It basically took like 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, and that's all with hand tools, no air tools whatsoever. Real simple. Today we're going to be tackling the AC compressor. I'm going to pull this air box off so we have more room to work in there. Then we'll be tackling the AC, and then the next video will be on the accumulator. Way in the back there. That's probably not going to be a lot of fun, but it needs to be done. I am restoring the whole AC system, and this will be for basically your 04 to your 08 Dodge Ram 1500. 4.7 this engine is, but this is basically the same as a 5.7, 3.7. They're going to be very, very similar. Basically, to remove the air box, you have a little 10mm bolt here. We got to undo this plug here. There's like a C-clamp in the back. We'll have to loosen that up. And there will be another 10mm bolt over here, right there. And then this should be able to pull up and out of the way, give us more room. And then we'll tackle that air compressor. Now, for those of you that didn't see the last video, basically my air compressor locked up on me. The pulley does not spin whatsoever. It locked up and left me stranded. Ate the belt up. So I'm pretty sure it threw some chunks of metal into the lines and into the compressor, or into the condenser rather. So we're not going to take a chance. I'm just replacing everything brand new. I'm going to flush the lines out and then blow them out with compressed air, make sure they're clean and free of any debris, and then I'll take it and professionally have it vacuumed and make sure it holds a vac. We ain't got no leaks or anything, and then get it filled up with Freon. And this one had already been evacuated as far as the Freon goes, so I was able to take the lines off with like the condenser. We took all the AC lines off already, duct tape them shut so no bugs or any kind of debris could fly up in there. I will be cleaning all the lines out, like I said. So I guess it's time I go get some tools and we'll start yanking this air box off. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back with some tools. Let's see if we can get this AC or this air box off of here so we can have more access to the compressor. Make it more easier on us. Let me get to the other side. I'm going to get my gloves. I forgot about my gloves. Alright, there's one. Let's loosen up the other side. I'll move you over here so you can see what we're doing. Alright. Now, let's go unplug the connector in the back. This little connector here, I've already basically loosened it. Just slides right on. I'll leave that there. Now, we should be loose. I've loosened the C-clamp in the back. So it should, just a little wiggling. There we go. Air box out for the Magnum 4.7. Air box removed. And now we'll have more room to get to the air compressor bolts. Make it a lot easier. I do, however, I want to cover up this throttle body. And the throttle body doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too dirty. I'm going to get a rag. We'll cover that up because we definitely don't want no debris to fall down in the throttle body. And let's see here. There we go. We'll just cover that up real good. Now, as far as air compressor, of course we got the two lines here. And you never want to take these off unless your system has been evacuated of Freon, because this is high pressure. This is the high pressure hose. This is your low pressure side. But either one, there's high pressure Freon will shoot up into the atmosphere. You definitely don't want that. So we take off these lines. We'll have to unplug these connects here. And then there's like 4 bolts, one here, one on the other side, right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bolt there, bolt there. If I bring it to the side, you'll be able to see this other bolt over here, right there, and then there will be one on the other side. And they all look like 13 millimeters, so I'm gonna go grab my 13 and we'll get started on this AC. So, be right back. Alright, we're back with the 13 millimeter. First thing I'm going to do is take off these 2 connectors here. There's one. Little red pin, you just slide it back and then you'll be able to pop that one off. So there's the AC connector lines. We can go ahead and take off these lines, or we can take the bolts off. Don't really matter what order you do it. Let's go ahead and get to this bolt. There we go. Broke it loose. So we're just breaking them loose right now, and then we'll pop them off. Alright, your other bolt, let me make sure if you can see this. Actually, the line is right in your way. There's another bolt that's right down here. It's actually on this bracket. We'll take that bolt off, and then we'll go to the other side. Stepping tool here. Alright, so this actually looks bigger. This is going to be a 15 millimeter. And that one will be a 15. And let's see what we got down here. The 4th one back there in the back. I'm going to have to get a light to see down in there. So let me go grab a 15 millimeter and we'll be back. Alright, got the 15 millimeter go ahead and break some of these bolts loose. I actually broke this one loose already. And there's actually only 3 bolts holding this on. Got this one, that one, and then the one that goes through a little block here. So it's a real long bolt. And then this puppy dog will be loose. Now I know this is intimidating for a lot of people, but guys, this really ain't as bad as you think it is. It's much better than going out paying, you know, a shop $500, $600, $700 to do this, because we are doing all of the AC repair, the whole system, as far as accumulator, condenser, one line, and the compressor. There's one bolt. Now before I take the rest out, I'm going to go ahead and break these lines loose. Let's see here. Go ahead and break these lines loose. I got the wrong side socket. Don't need a 15, these are 13. Alright, so that one's loose. This is actually even going better than I thought it would. The condenser, pulling it out, the way I did it, I've seen a bunch of other videos and they're showing you some crazy things to do, and you know, take off this bar up front and take this and that, and they're making it harder on themselves. So if you follow my tips and advice, you can have the compressor or the condenser and the AC condenser fan and shroud out in 15 minutes. And that's with hand tools. I'm not even trying to use air tools or even battery operated tools. If I use those, it would be even quicker. Alright, let's pop these lines loose. There shouldn't be no freon on them. We've already done the... There we go. Now all these lines will have rubber grommets in them. So we're definitely going to replace all the rubber grommets. Just a little wiggle, but there we go. The lines are actually going to blow out. I got one more bolt to this AC compressor and it'll be out. Pretty much free. It's a 15 millimeter. Let's see. And it's over here on this side. I will bring you over here to show you. Okay, right down here, you see this bracket. Well, it's right next to it. There's a bolt that goes all the way through this little block section. I can zoom in and show you that. It'll be this bolt right here. And it's going to be about 3.5 inches long or so. See if I can set y'all up to where you can watch me take this bolt out. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. I might be able to just use a socket. I've already broken this one. I had to get my cheater bar. Cheater bar is always handy to have, because this one was on there pretty tight. We're getting there. Some people will take off the fan shroud. I've seen videos on there where, you know, take off your fan shroud, take off your map sensor, which is right here. And they're just, I don't know, they're making it harder on themselves. You don't have to do all that. Sure, it would be nice, you know, if you took off the fan shroud, probably have a little more room but it's not necessary, and you're just taking up a lot more time. So I'm at about all that. That boat's pretty much, let's see if I can move it with my fingers now. And I'm only at like 75%. I've got a summer cold that is kicking my butt, so, but that's alright, we'll get to it. There you go, that bolt's out. Long threaded one. So if I'm correct, this AC is ready to pop out of here. It's going to take a little bit of wiggling. Sure, she's jamming her pretty good. But I want to move these lines out of the way. I want to duct tape them closed so we don't get no debris in them. Yeah, back y'all out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and grab some duct tape. We'll close these lines up until I'm ready to flush them out. Get me a little pry bar so I can get a little bit of room to manipulate this compressor out of there. Go and take out this last bolt. It's right there. There we go. So all 3 bolts are out. And we're in business, folks. That's actually a lot quicker than I thought. But let's hold up. I'm going to grab some duct tape and we'll be right back. Alright. Got my duct tape. Just tear off a little piece. Cover these lines up. Make sure we don't get no bugs, spiders, trash, debris up in them. Okay. I'm going to move this one out of the way so when I work on this compressor, getting it out, this won't get damaged in any way. Let's grab another piece of duct tape. I'm going to tape this one up. Alright, get that out of the way. Yeah, she's wedged in pretty good. I want to make sure, move some of the stuff. Alright. Whoops. Now, I'm not worried about closing these up because we got a brand new compressor on the way. But I do want to move these connectors. Don't need no damage there. So again, one bolt there, one bolt there, one bolt on this side that goes through like a chunk of block. And she ought to be able to come up and out of there. I forgot to grab my pry bar, so I'm going to grab it real quick and then we'll do a little prying on this very carefully. Alright, got the pry bar here. And you just want to kind of be very careful prying. You don't want to break this map sensor back here. And you don't want to do no damage anywhere. Looks like a good spot right here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Almost loose already. I may bump into the camera here. I'm trying to keep y'all in focus. Let's see if I can get over here and do a little wiggling. Now the hardest part's right here with this 2 or 3 inch block that it's wedged in right here. That's where it's tight. So once we get it loose there a little bit, there we go, a little bit there. Now if I pry back over here, should free us up pretty good. I don't even know how you can catch a cold in the middle of July, middle of summer. It's just crazy, blows my mind. But somehow I can do it. Alright, we're almost out of there, boys. Just a little bit of finding a good leverage spot, you know, to manipulate it out of there. We're close. We're very close. Very close. My camera location's actually making it harder on me, so I'm gonna move you over here. There we go. That ought to give me a little more room to put some muscle in this. So tight right there. I'll show you what the trouble you're going to find once I get this out. I can show you much better. There we go, boys. AC compressor's out. I'll bring you over here and show you. Alright, the hard part about this will be right here where you get that big long 3 or 4 inch bolt goes through here, but it wraps around this block right here. See this big block? It's so tight right in here. So look, we didn't break the map sensor. Everything's good there. We'll clean it up in here, get all the debris and trash out, and that's it. AC compressor removed. That wasn't really too bad. That was about a 15-20 minute job, and that's removing the air box and doing everything to the AC. You know, and all hand tools. And I've got a summer cold that's kicking my butt, so you're talking 15-20 minutes, you can have your AC compressor out. 15-20 minutes, your condenser and fan condenser motor and housing can be taken out. Last step, well, actually we got 2 more steps. We're going to be taking out that AC accumulator in the back, and we're going to be taking out this hard line right here that goes all the way around the firewall that has an orifice tube in it. And that's it. We'll have a complete fresh new AC system, and we should be in business. So there she is. Not too bad of a job. Hope I can show y'all some more tips on that accumulator, and we'll try to make it a 15-20 minute job. So stay tuned for that video coming up. And once we get the parts in the mail, they said 7 business days. It's been about 4, so we'll start slapping this back together and go from there. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Have a good day, guys.